Having solved this triangle from a trigonometric point of view, now it's time to do some physics to it. So the problem says that object A is traveling at 55 degrees. We know it's going to travel 23.9 meters, and it's accelerating at 1.2 meters per second squared. The question assumes that object B will be traveling at 60 degrees, a distance of 22.6 meters, at a constant velocity, and that velocity we need to know in order to make them collide up there. In order to solve this problem, I just need to know when that collision will happen, and that's going to depend on this one because that's the one I have all the information for. So I've got two different ways that I think I could solve this. One way is with this equation, 2a delta x equals b squared minus b naught squared. And in order to use this, I would just need to fill in the numbers that I know. For example, I know that A is 1.2. And I know that delta x is 23.9. What I don't know is v squared. I don't know how fast it was at the end, but I do know that this was 0. It just started from 0. So right there, I've got a pretty quick path to finding the velocity. 2 times 1.2 times 23.9, that's 57.36. And if that's the square of the velocity, I take the square root, and that is 7.57. Now that's one way of getting it. Knowing that the velocity is 7.57 and the acceleration is 1.2, I should be able to find the time with this equation. Rearrange that to find the time. And all I have to do is divide 7.57 by 1.2. I get 6.3. So that took 6.3 seconds to reach that point. Now, there is another way to solve it. I will demonstrate it right now, and that would be using this equation. This way, you can just skip finding the velocity. If you do this, then you'd be looking at a distance of 23.9. An acceleration of 1.2. And an unknown time. If you're going to solve for that t squared, it would be helpful to simplify that. This right here is 0.6. So if you're going to divide both sides by that, we've got 39.8. That is going to be t squared. Looking for the time, we take the square root, and lo and behold, it's 6.3. Of course it is. Both of those methods find the same answer. So no matter how you do it, you're going to get 6.3 seconds. Now that you know it takes 6.3 seconds, now it's just a matter of how long is it going to take, how fast do I need to go in order to reach that destination in 6.3 seconds? Well, unfortunately, because I know the total distance and don't just need the horizontal and vertical one, really once we solve the triangle, all the trigonometry is done. So at this point, I just need to know if you're going to have a delta x of 22.6 meters and a delta t of 6.3 seconds, what's that velocity? So it's going to be 22.6 divided by 6.3. 3.6 meters per second. Okay, there you go.